Yaddle Chattle! It's a Star Wars podcast, baby. And it's Darth David here. It's you there. It's the Sith. It's the Jedi everywhere. It's the Force. It's the power of one. The power of two. We got all kinds of things going on here in the Yaddle Chattle. A happy July 4th weekend to you as well. I am recording this live right now, 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard on July 5th, a Friday. And what I'm good, all of a sudden I went into my Richard Dreyfuss impression. Hold on, how about this? Mayor Vaughn, the proportions on that billboard are correct. Okay, what you have is a perfect eating machine. All this thing does is swim, eat, and make baby sharks. It's really a marvel of science. I brought red or white, Martin. I didn't know what you'd be serving. Anyway, I apologize. After this episode of Yaddle Chattle, I am going to be going in the pool, and then I'm going to be watching Jaws and take a little bit of the stain of the Acolyte off of me. Hopefully all this chlorine will remove the Acolyte feces smell that is currently attached to my body. And yes, I said chlorine, not cortosis. But we did find out what cortosis meant in this very shitty Acolyte episode, number 6, Teach, Corrupt. This show, it's official. So we went to reasonably okay, not terrible, not good, episodes 1 and 2, but okay, good, like a B. A thumbs up. The thumb is kind of this way, but it's still up. It's barely up, but it's still up. Then we had episodes 3 and 4, which are two of the worst episodes. Episode 3 truly is the worst piece of Star Wars content ever released, ever. It is worse than the Ewok special. It is worse than the holiday special. We're going to get into all of this. Episode 5 came out. Okay, it was nonsensical, illogical, and downright stupid at times, but featured a lightsaber duel. So, like, a lot of lightsaber battles. So, okay, I guess I'll put up with it. The really shitty writing and the really shitty characters, the weak, soft as fuck characters, man. Just soft. Everybody, the whole cast. There is now not one character I am into. We're going to get into all of it. But episode 6 went right back down into the episode 3 and 4 territory, which is Shitsville. Okay? Utter shit. So let's break it down and get into it. But before we do, I thought we'd do something a little fun. A little fun and a little different, if you will. Okay? Maybe I'll play a little Star Wars music here for you. Wouldn't that be nice? A little production or something? What would you like? Duel of the Fates? We'll do this one. Alright? What I've decided to do, because God forbid you genuinely just think a television show is bad, and you've been a 40-year fan of something. God forbid you exercise your freedom of speech and your simple opinion. That's it. Your honest, humble, simple opinion. Not everything has to be accepted in life. I'm a longtime Star Wars fan who has enjoyed many Disney Star Wars. The reason, again, quick nutshell, the killing of Luke in episode 8, the bait and switch, which was Bad Batch, and now this. Those are 3 strikes for, those are 3 big deals, and now the balance of the Force is off for me. Okay? Disney is fucking this franchise up. It is official. But I love Star Wars. There's no other place to go to Star Wars other than Disney. So the goal is not to destroy Star Wars verbally or decimate it or say, fucking... No! It's to improve. It's to use our exercise of freedom of speech to vocalize why things really don't work and why the Acolyte is failing miserably. If you like the Acolyte, good. No, I mean it. It's always a good thing for me, in my opinion, when Star Wars fans like a new Star Wars project. If you like the Acolyte, good. I'm happy for you. I also want you to be honest, though. Are you liking it for the right reasons? Because anyone who hates on this show consistently gets attacked for hating because of the wrong reasons. You must be an ist or a phobe or this or that. Here's what I say. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. The characters suck and the writing sucks and the storyline sucks. It's repetitive and boring. I didn't say shit about anything else. So, I find that to be disheartening. That if you just give some actual criticism with specific examples, you're still some sort of piece of shit. So I want to push back and say to the Acolyte fans, are you liking this for the right reasons? In other words, are you saying, I love this because it's the best fucking Star Wars, it's great Star Wars, this shit is awesome Star Wars. If that's the reason, boom, then you're in the right. But if there are other reasons why you like the show, then you're just as guilty as everyone you're accusing of hating on the show because of their quote-unquote agendas, which no one has an agenda from what I've seen. In terms of the Star Wars shows, it's simply people not liking these characters or the stories because they suck. And I'll give you the specifics. So here's something I decided to do. Is I put in the Acolyte in the search box there on X. And I just wanted to find the positive Acolyte reviews. Here it is. Ashley. Now this isn't me trying to dime anyone out. This is me, I have to give you, the person's name so you know I'm not making this up. Ashley K says, watching the Acolyte for the plot. Here's the picture of the plot. It's the naked Khmer. That's the reason. Okay. Ashley K. She's funny. She said, so she, by the way, admitting there ain't no plot, but I get to see nude guys. Here's one from Anna, Acolyte era. The best decision Star Wars ever made was making their dark side men hot. Okay. Here's one from Do the Acolyte Spoilers. May God bless the dinosaur that died to make the fossil fuel that was treated to become petrol in the car that took Manny Jacinto to the set of The Acolyte to play a Sith Lord. That's a lot of words just to say she also finds him hot. Good God, I've watched this edit an unhealthy amount. The edit between May and, Osha and Khmer. Oh, this one I like. Jay says, the gentle way Khmer grabs her forearm while she holds that lightsaber inches from his throat. I know. And then finally, we're going to give this person the shout out. Oh, this is also Jay. The Acolyte Spoilers is in the name there. They need to fuck real bad, y'all. They need to fuck real bad, y'all. So, if we, as longtime Star Wars fans who have liked Disney Star Wars, myself, I won't speak for anybody else, me, who has publicly said so many fucking times how much I love The Mandalorian, how great Andor is, Rogue One is great, loved Episode 7, did not hate Episode 8, just hated Luke dying, didn't hate Episode 9, just still hated Luke being dead and not being in it. Very disappointed in The Bad Batch, thought that was based in Switch. Thought Clone Wars Season 7 was good. Like Solo. Not against Book of Boba Fett, not against Obi-Wan. Gave both shows positive reviews on this. So this is like only the third thing I've not liked of Disney Star Wars. And yet, if you don't just fucking, the Acolyte, it's if you don't say that, the Acolyte fans call you all kinds of names or think that there's a reason or there's an agenda, blah, blah, blah. And what I just found is that apparently I was only able to sift through about 200 tweets, and I grabbed the best ones, and they were all the same. The girls, I suppose, are watching the Acolyte because of the guy being hot. Now, I thought that we're not supposed to objectify people anymore. Isn't that the thing? Again, I don't give a fuck what the rules are. Just keep them consistent. Okay? But we are seeing a lot of naked men all over Star Wars. The weird thing is, you never heard any original trilogy fans or prequel trilogy fans go, you know what we need to see is naked chicks. And can you imagine if there was a naked woman in a lake and all of the Acolyte fans, say if I wrote out, fucking Acolyte, man, look at that. That chick is hot. This show is so awesome. Look at that ass. Look at that ass. Ah. And yet the Acolyte female, so this was a gang of females led by Leslie Headland, who, God bless you, females can be a part of Star Wars, but not these ones, because they don't know Star Wars. They had no inclination to truly learn Star Wars, and obviously at this point I can say they are just fucking with us. Truly. This is some inside humor type of, look at what we're going to do now and look how we'll piss these people off. Here's the problem. I have children. I ask my children all the time, are young kids in your school? My son's in elementary. My daughter just started high school. I said, is there any young people interested in Star Wars? The answer, no. So, why is Star Wars and Disney and Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy so fucking adamant about fucking spitting in the faces of original trilogy and prequel trilogy fans? Why are they so adamant? Why do they detest 40-year-old Star Wars fans like myself? Is it simply because of gender? Is it because I'm a man? I'm being dead serious. In this ugly side of society where basically men are beginning to almost, in some ways, I don't know. We're certainly not allowed to speak the way women are, that's for sure. Women can just straight up be like, look at that guy's, I saw plenty of women calling him like, look at his ass. And I saw him say, oh, come on, show the dick. I swear to God. But men cannot say that in modern day society. Which is, again, I don't fucking care. Just keep the rules consistent. But we also should say, this ain't House of Dragon. And this ain't Game of Thrones. No Star Wars fan of any amount of years has asked for nudity. They've turned this franchise into fucking Twilight. I'm going to say the Acolyte entered the Twilight Zone. But it's got nothing to do with Rod Sterling and everything to do with little fucking shirtless werewolves and shirtless vampires doing battle. This is Twilight in space, folks. That's why Star Wars fans are fucking hating it. We don't need Star Wars in space. I'm going to say one other thing. And it's not, just think about this before you react to it. Men need heroes, now more than ever. Little boys especially. Do you know how many times I've taught my own son not to give in to anger, not to give in to hate or being impulsive? Breathe, patience, meditation like the Jedi. Think like a Jedi in life. Don't just if someone upset says something that insults you, you can't just go off all the time. That's Sith-like behavior. Star Wars is important to teach these lessons in little boys, because in ladies, this is a compliment. Men and boys tend to be more impulsive and do more dangerous things and commit more violent acts. Okay? So if you want me to be honest, this is me insulting the men, complimenting the women. They don't need Star Wars as much as little boys do. They need heroes, and they need lessons of patience and virtue. And lessons of why hate and anger are bad. But they've totally taken this. This thing is Twilight. This fucking sucks. Leslie Headland, you suck ass. And Bob Iger, if you can't wake up and get the job done and fire Kathleen Kennedy, then you can suck farts out of my asshole, Bob. The whole thing is a shit show, and the worst part about it is Star Wars fans who have supported the fucking franchise for 40 years are supposed to be taking the blame? It's because we're toxic? Fuck you! What are you talking about? I've put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars personally into Lucasfilm's fucking pocket. Supported everything that Star Wars has done. But you've caused too many issues by just not using your noodle, not thinking. Can't kill off Luke Skywalker. You shouldn't have a little kid in the Bad Batch with a bunch of guys like Saving Private Ryan. And what happened in Saving Private Ryan when they had a little kid? Then fucking Vin Diesel got shot in the head. And Tom Hanks had to get the little kid back to the French family and say, that's why we don't take kids on the mission. And yet there's Omega. Oh, we can't leave the villagers behind. So that sucked, and now this sucks. 3 suckages, and that turns fucking Darth David pretty pissed off. I guess we should start talking about the episode now. Episode 6 is called Teach and Corrupt by the Acolyte. Just like the show itself, they're trying for some sort of duality. They're trying for the duality of Sith and Jedi. And it doesn't work because they're not skilled enough. The talent is just not there. So as a result, they all just come across as wishy-washy, indecisive, contradictory characters. All of them. Well, I'll give you a specific example starting right now. We see Osha to begin episode 6. She's in a cave. Hey, folks, if you ever woken up in a cave where you didn't know how you got there or anything like that, wouldn't you have a little urgency? She gets up, she fucking stretches, she gets a nice sip of water, she looks in, oh, what's that bag? Oh, that must be May's bag. I recognize one of her little tiny knives that she killed a Jedi with. Despite the guy saying you have to kill Jedi with no weapons. And what was even the point of that? Now that fuck that anyway. Osha puts on May's clothes, I guess. I don't know. There's no urgency at all. There's no, whoa, what the fuck? Where am I? Osha walks out of the fucking cave there, right? They go to the credits, they come back from the fucking credits. She's still looking in the water. And she sees Kamir walking. Okay? Excuse me if I'm wrong. Please let me know if I'm on drugs. I might be on drugs! It's quite possible. So, maybe I need a fucking Star Wars drug test. Because she sees Kamir walking. Nothing. This man just snapped Yord's fucking neck. This man just fucking put 3 lightsabers or whatever through fucking Jecki. This man just murdered a whole bunch of people. Osha just stares at him like, oh, look at that guy going for a walk. She neither cowers in fear, which you would think could be a proper response, or there's Kamir, I gotta go kill him now. There's the guy who just seconds ago murdered my friend, kidnapped me, and put me in a fucking cave. By the way, that sounds a little like predatorial, being a predator. This guy's supposed to be hot? To the female, brand new, I'm sure of now. or like they've only seen Disney Star Wars. But they're in love with Kamir, who is, kidnapped 2 women now. Okay. Murdered others, like Jackie. Kidnapped them. But yet she does nothing. She just stares at him as he goes for a walk. He doesn't do anything either. He keeps on walking. All of a sudden, very, very, very comfortable with each other. What were the first 5 episodes about then? We go over to Saul, and within 1 second of seeing Saul, he is distraught. He is mumbling again. He's whispering, out of breath, as he's been forever. So I gotta tell you, I'm out on Saul now. And I if you are watching these shows, you know that Saul was one of the guys I liked. Maybe the one I liked the most. Because I like a distraught, regretful Jedi. I didn't say 6 goddamn episodes of a fucking pussy-ass crybaby, forlorn, out-of-breath Jedi. He's so gloomy. When Saul comes on the screen, I literally start getting sad. This whole show is depressing. Somehow, Saul does not know that May is dressed up in Osha's clothes. But you know who figured it out? Basil. He's on the case. He should be the fucking #1 Jedi on the show. Basil. This is great. We see Saul just sitting. You know what Saul loves to do too? Stare at the floor. Ever notice that? I tried so hard, but Osha, she was not ready. May, I tried so hard. I'm gonna turn myself in. For what? I don't know. But it's time I go to the High Council and give him all the information I know. Which isn't a lot. Saul's sitting there just staring at the floor. May is sneaking up behind him with a knife. So she's ready to kill Saul. And he turns around. He's just like, remember, Saul thinks that May is Osha. So Saul turns around. He's like, Osha! And you know what he says? Can you grab the wheel? And you know what she does? She grabs the wheel! No. We were just seeing an assassin sneaking up on a Jedi, about to kill him. She has one of her knives. #1, in every incarnation of Star Wars, Jedi are like animals, and they sense fear, and they sense when they're in danger all the time. And that's why, if you're a Disney Star Wars fan, they're now fucking up the lore of the sequel trilogy somehow. Because Rey is 1,000,000 times stronger than any of these fucking hacks. 1,000,000. She's strong, she's adventurous, she's positive. See, it's not a woman thing. Rey is strong, positive. She's got spirit, she's got spunk, she's got an energy. Ready to fucking roll up her sleeves and dive right in. Good for Rey. I always thought she was strong. I wanted Finn as well to be a Jedi. Is that so wrong? I thought he looked great with the blue lightsaber. Nevertheless, I'll take a Rey. Rey looks like fucking Rambo compared to these people. May is going to kill Saul. He not only doesn't even fucking feel it, but he turns around. He tells her, hey, I got some shit I got to do back deck or whatever. Can you grab the wheel? And she does. Wouldn't she actually just be like, no, fuck you. I'm here to kill you. But instead, she's like, oh, okay, yes, I'll put my assassination plot away. And yes, I will do as told and grab the wheel. Yes. Why is she listening to this guy? May is an Osha! Oh, God, this show sucks. Nude scene. That's when we finally got to the nude scene. Saul says, take the wheel. Then he's sad, gloomy. I think he walks back deck or something just to sit, stare at the floor, and cry. So that's when we get to the Twilight Zone, or the Star Wars Zone of Twilight. Because, yeah, there we go. Nude scene. Come here. Taking a nice little dip in the fucking Green Lake. Or whatever the fuck that was. It's the same goddamn set they use in every fucking Disney show now. Every show. The fucking Mandalorian, there's always some henged. In the Ahsoka, there's a thing. Then on Mandalore itself, there was a thing. Fine, whatever. Osha, by the way, it's wonderful to see that this runs in the family. Did everyone forget, or do you remember what Osha was doing right before she saw Kamir in the lake? She also had a knife! Just like May! And she was gonna stab Kamir, I guess, or kill him, and then, whoa, his dick is out. I guess I'll put this away. What? And don't blame me for fucking just brutally being honest with the content you created. Leslie Headland, you suck. So, we had the Twilight episode where 50 Shades of fucking Kamir. She puts the knife away. He's got all this. Kamir's officially knowing too. This guy, this fucking Johnny Depp kind of, dude, whatever. Little piece of advice, acting advice for Kamir. Stop posing like you're some sort of social media influencer and you have to do a certain look for Instagram, okay? Like, act like a person. Don't just always, even when Kamir was eating, that's later on. But everything's so posy. I'm not even blaming the actor. He doesn't even seem that bad. I'm pretty sure this is a Leslie Headland directed. I don't know. Were the women... This is starting to feel creepy to me. This is the first Star Wars that feels a little creepy to me. Creepy. Pervy. I haven't brought up. I've actually spoke with Jedi Jared off the air. I said, you have to watch this. He told me something I didn't know about she was Harvey Weinstein's assistant. Okay, I didn't even know that. I'm not even going to connect that with this fucking show. Jedi Jared. If you want to have such bold claims, then rejoin Yaddle, Jedi Jared. Until then, it's Darth David, baby! By the way, what do you think about this hat? Should Darth David wear a hat? Like, shouldn't a Sith... No? Is that a no on the hat? Okay. It feels like... Alright, fine. No fucking hat for Darth David, Anyway, it was black, though. That was the thinking. Hi. Anyway. Now I look like fucking Ralph Cramden or something from the fucking honeymoon. Hey, what's up, Ralph? Or his friend, whatever, Ralph Cramden. Anyway, fuck the honeymooners. God damn it. Nude scene, puts it away. How does it feel? I didn't know what he was talking about. Then I realized he was talking about how does the lightsaber feel in her hands. Again, that seemed quite sexual. It's disgusting, man. This show is fucking gross. And I am not a prude. I love House of Dragon. I love Game of Thrones. I love Quentin Tarantino movies. I love fucking Scorsese movies. I just want my Scorsese movies to be Scorsese movies, my Tarantino movies to be Tarantino movies, my Game of Thrones to be Game of Thrones, and my fucking Star Wars to be Star Wars. We don't need Star Wars to fall into fucking decadent decay here. No reason for it. How's it feel? How's the lightsaber feel? Huh? Implications, genitalia, shaft. You see what I'm going with this? Huh? Hey, maybe get that right hand, extend that right hand up. Osha, yeah, remember when he was giving her pointers? He's like, get that elbow up. He should have done this, like, get that right hand up, Osha. No, actually, I was wrong. Put it down. All right, actually, put it back up again, Osha. Down, up. All right, do it back and forth now, Osha. Look at what Osha's doing to the lightsaber. How does it feel now, Osha? How does it feel? Hey, this is the sexual content that you wanted, Disney. So I'm jerking off a lightsaber. Gotta see that on YouTube, folks. He says, I'd like to put on my clothes if you're not gonna join me. Join. We're skinny dipping. We're what? We're sexing. We're sexing in the water. Come here. Trash. Absolute garbage. Not because I'm a prude, because it was lame. It was hacky. It was Lifetime. It was somehow a group of Lifetime filmmakers got their hands on Star Wars. Bob Iger, you done fucked up. Could you wake up and do something? When are you going to pay attention? There's no way Bob Iger paid fucking $4 billion to see a fucking nude Sith Lord fucking try to manipulate, quite frankly, gaslight and coerce. If that's supposed to be good storytelling, I guess. Well, Palpatine did it with Anakin. Yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't see Palpatine open up his robe like this to Anakin. You like what you see, Anakin? Take a look. Take a look, Anakin. Oh, look at this. There's where that came from, Annie. Little Annie. Saul. We go back to Saul. He's on the ship. This fucking ship scene with Saul and May. I thought they were eventually going to get off the ship. I don't think they ever did. No, they didn't, did they? They were on the fucking ship for the entire time. What the fuck were they doing? I guess the ship was broken. Fix it! Saul says to May, he's going to the High Council. For what? We have 2 episodes left. We don't know why Saul is so forlorn. Obviously, it had something to do with the fucking witches blowing up. Could we fucking, tell us? I saw one person, right? I'll get to the cortosis thing when it happens. All right, hold on. I won't do the cortosis thing yet. It just doesn't make sense. The shit doesn't make sense. It's not logical. Saul's going to go to the High Council, but he is interrupted by May. And they're right about to, he said he's going to tell her something or whatnot. And yet again, he doesn't tell her what the fuck, why he's so sad. Why he's sad, Saul. Then we go to Venestra. She appears in the series. Seriously, the worst actress in the history of Star Wars. So boring. Has this person acted before? I understand that she is Leslie Headland's wife. I only saw found this out because someone did a meme. I'm not saying it was good or bad. I will just describe the meme. It had Leslie Headland and then next to Venestra in green, her real life wife. And then underneath was a picture of Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. I will tell you, there was a resemblance. There was. I don't know if Venestra is an actual actress or not, but I can tell you this. She is not a good Jedi. She is boring. Boring. This show is boring. What a snooze fest. Should rename it Zzz. Venestra meets my favorite character of all time. Jedi Mach. Or Mog or Mock. I couldn't quite tell. Because Venestra doesn't really pronunciate her words or speak loudly, I find. And it's not like the volume settings, because everyone else is speaking at a certain level, and then Venestra comes in and she's like, we must talk about no delivery, no charisma. She's like a fucking void entirely of charisma. We must find Saul. Jesus Christ. Jedi Mock. Okay, let's talk about this dude for a second. This guy's a Jedi. Yord, I apologize, bud. Yord might as well be fucking Freddy Krueger compared to this fucking guy. I thought Yord was going to be the lamest, most annoying, unworthy Jedi. Yord, I apologize, bud. I do. Jedi Mock is the single lamest Jedi we've ever seen. Ever. Ever. I point you to House of Dragon again. A lot of women, a lot of different groups, a lot of representation. Show's fucking great. It looks great. It looks grand. It looks big. It looks epic. This looks like shit. And the characters are shit. Jedi Mock is, I believe, the first ever Jedi flight attendant. He had to first tell Venestra, "I'll flight departs in 20 minutes. And then she's like, "Okay, cool, I'm coming along." He's like, "To the outer rim. Master Venestra, I thought you got nauseous." What does he say? I thought you got... I don't have the quote. "I thought you got nauseous flying through hyperspace." And she's like, "No, well..." So we're dealing with the softest, weakest Jedi of all time, and now we learn that Jedi get nauseous. Jedi's bellies get queasy. Or at least Venestra's does. I swear to God, can we please just put fucking goddamn Darth Plagueis in this show and decapitate the entire cast? All of them! Oh, I thought... Master, first of all, who the fuck is Jedi Mock to be questioning a Jedi Master about whether she wants to go on an adventure, even though she is an asshole? Who are you, Mock? I thought you got nervous. Nauseous, I should say. Flying through... Now, folks, if you will please put all of your lightsabers in the bins ahead of you, we are going to be flying to the Wookiee planet. If you look to your right, you will see the two sons of Tatooine. I mean, fucking Mock should be offering people nice warm towels. He shouldn't be a Jedi! And that's not an insult. The guy literally was talking like a flight attendant saying, "We're going to be departing in 20 minutes. I thought you got nauseous when you fly." Like... Samuel Jackson. Liam Neeson. Ewan McGregor. Carrie Fisher. We had people who had personality, who were stars, who had something that you could look up to, something that you could grab onto, something that you could connect with. We go from Samuel Jackson to Jedi Mock. So, I mean, if the show wanted me to fucking hate Jedi, congratulations. You done did it, baby. You did it. You did it. God bless you. Leslie Headland should make a World War II movie next. Because in Leslie Headland World War II, somehow the Americans are going to be the bad guys and Nazis will be the heroes. I promise you. Because it's all about subverting everything. Subvert this, subvert that. We're going to change. We're going to... Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, we want good, wholesome, good versus evil, action-packed Star Wars. It's as simple as that. Wake the fuck up. Stop trying to be fucking new. The only thing Star Wars should try to be reinventing is the technology. Because quite frankly, Star Wars has gotten downright lazy. George Lucas always wanted to innovate with special effects. When's the last time Star Wars has done anything innovative? It's been a long fucking time, man. This show looks downright cheap. This is great. We go over to fucking Kamir and Osha. He's now backpacking. So Kamir, all of a sudden, the fucking quasi-Sith Lord Knights of Ren dude who just murdered Osha's friends a couple hours ago, now he's like a fish fan. He's got like a backpack and a nice little fucking parka. And he's probably like, play something from Lawn Boy, man. Come on, Trey. Play something from Lawn Boy. God, what a show. They could have concentrated on the Sith by having two Sith. Evil as fuck. And just let's see that dynamic relationship. Not this. It's not necessary to make the Jedi weak-ass bitches. All of them. Not one redeeming Jedi in this show. And even the Sith are annoying because they're not evil enough for me. Basil is the one who I'm assuming informs Saul that that May is pretending to be Osha. It was Basil and Pip. Classic scene where Basil tries to attack May by running at her and grabbing her leg. Now, we're in Star Wars. There's blasters everywhere, folks. Little buddy Basil's not just going to grab a fucking blaster and be like, hey. But instead, he runs up, the fucking 2-foot gopher tries to tackle a grown woman. Obviously, that doesn't work out. And I guess at that exact point, Pip then realized May was dressing up as Osha, and Pip squirts oil in Osha's face. So the fucking varmint in Basil and the goddamn droid in Pip figured out that May is dressing up as Osha before Jedi Master Saul. And there's no way that Saul knew May was dressing up as Osha until he shot her with the stun gun. And who was next to him? Basil. Basil was going like, and I detected a slight smile from Basil. So, because Basil's next to fucking Saul, I'm assuming that's the only way Saul found out. Is Basil said, hey, that's fucking May. So the goddamn fucking hamster figured it out before the Jedi Master. This is why I say now, fuck Saul. You see? When people say, what's the exam? That's the bad writing, folks. Your shitty goddamn writing, your decision making is so poor that it leads me to say, now fuck all of these people and fuck the show. I'm going to watch episodes 7 and 8, but fuck them. Oh my God. I have a whole nother page. I took 3 fucking notes of this stupid fucking show. I thought I was done. I got a whole nother page. Jesus Christ. Come here. This is the point I said. Eating, even while eating, he poses. So he's gotten it to be annoying. Here's the thing that I love. Osha says, I'm not that easily corrupted, says Osha, quote unquote. Yes, you are. You and your sister flip-flop like a fucking quarter thrown up by an NFL referee. You guys have zero backbone. Zero backbone. No conviction. Seriously. Then, oh yeah, this is outside the cave. Okay, the odds that they ripped off a scene from The Doors is probably slim, but I am just saying. The part with Kamir saying to Osha, here's the lightsaber. Kill me, man. Turn it on. Right? That literally exact scene happened with Jim Morrison giving Pam a big butcher knife. He's like, come on. Kill me. Kill me, Pam. Come on. And I was like, shit, man. This is the fucking scene from The Doors. I wonder if Kamir will ever be... 5-1, baby. 1-5. No one here gets out alive. Yeah, you get yours, baby. I get mine. Gonna make it, baby, in a pride. Come on. So I would like it if the Acolyte, if they want to do something spectacular, I want a rock concert by Khmer. And, hold on. I don't know if any of the Doors are still alive. I know Ray Manzarek died. John Densmore, the drummer, and Robbie Krieger, the guitarist. Are they still alive? Does anyone know? Shit. But I'll tell you what, you get Robbie Krieger, you make him fucking purple or some shit like that. It'd be fantastic. So that's the only way this show will win me over is if Khmer does a Doors concert by episode 7 or 8. The fucking goddamn Mock and Venestra get on the plane and they go. So they depart for the planet where all the Jedi have been killed in episode 5. I mean, like, why? And by the way, why didn't Venestra go there in the first place? Why are you going now? It's so important. Well, I sent him there. Why did you send him there? Are you a coward? More fucking things of Saul and May. Saul staring down, and then finally, the little hamster tells Saul he stuns May. And for some reason leaves. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Venestra and Mock land on the planet, and we have the lightsaber whip that everyone's making fun of. It looked goofy. The physics are a little bit hard to understand, but then again, I guess the lightsaber physics are too, because why would the light just cut off after 3.5 feet or whatever? But the lightsaber, it looked goofy. It should have been an actual physical wire that was electrified with a lightsaber handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an actual wire, and then maybe it's got that, almost like those staffs in Revenge of the Sith. General Grievous's guys had those electrified staffs. Something like that. Kind of a fucking thing I don't know. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Venestra sucks! We finally get back to the cave, and he finally tells us about cortosis. This is cortosis. It shorts out a lightsaber. So I saw some girl online, Maggie Lovett, says, where are those annoying people from last week whining about not getting an immediate in-show explanation for the cortosis? So, Maggie, did you think that what I want, or people like me who simply want to know what the fuck is going on, who simply have watched Star Wars for 40 years and lightsabers never fucking fail and short out 4 or 5 fucking separate times in the same episode, and so we're naturally like, I don't know what is happening? That's not a comfortable feeling. That's anxiety. Couldn't you figure a way before the fight scene to explain what cortosis was? That's what writing is, Maggie. So no one wanted a fucking instant, he headbutts someone and then he says, and that was brought to you by cortosis. No one was asking for that. It's called being a good writer, believe it or not. You can set shit up. You could even do it in episode 4, should you want? Or episode 3, should you want? You can have the fucking asshole come here without showing his face, right? Episode 3 or 4. He's got the thing and he's working on it or doing something. He's like sanding something, or he's welding the mask or something. And we hear and then he puts it on. He's like, cortosis. The armor that shorts out a lightsaber. That's it. You could have done it for 1 sentence. And she goes to the point of, it's almost like writers reveal things when they want. You don't reveal something after the fact if, in the moment, the audience is massively confused. At least I was, for not knowing cortosis. I don't read every comic book. I apologize. I watch every movie. I watch every show. I watch every animation. I never heard of cortosis. I read the Timothy Zahn stuff. I don't know cortosis. So you could have set it up earlier and had the fucking guy in his creepy voice go, oh, cortosis. Or, fuck, man, he could have been mining for it or some shit. But when you go, well, see? They revealed the cortosis. Yes, Maggie. An episode too late, you stupid moron. That's the point of bad writing. That is not clever writing. You should be able to have mystery in a story without the audience saying, what the fuck is happening? I don't know what's happening. And there's nothing mysterious about cortosis. It's just a fucking armor that shorts out lightsabers. You didn't need to hide that info. And like I said, no, I'm not asking for a fucking explanation during the battle itself. You set it up with writing before the battle. So probably episode 4, you talk to us a little bit about it. Hello? Saul ties May to the fucking ship and says, you're going to listen to me. I'm like, Saul, you don't have to tie the girl to the ship. We all want to hear your fucking story. It feels like we've all been tied to the goddamn table for 6 goddamn episodes by this fucking guy. Saul, spill the beans, Saul. Five in one, baby. Well, you know what? I'm watching The Doors. All right. That'll do it. I don't know what else to say. Oh, May, that's right. Oh, I mean, the scene actually ends with Osha putting the fucking helmet on. The cortosis helmet. This goddamn beloved almighty cortosis helmet. She puts on the fucking helmet, end credits, and I say, thank fucking Christ that long, boring episode where no one makes a fucking stand or no one does anything of impact. No one has a fucking goal in mind. It's just wishy-washy, indecisive, fucked up behavior. The writing is the problem. It's a terribly written show. No innovation, nothing. They should have fucking released Andor as like a movie. I'm not even kidding. They should have released Andor as 3 fucking episode fucking, because look at fucking Andor compared to this. Hey, Bob, wake up. Bobby, Bob Iger, still asleep? Wake up. Hey, Bob, friendly advice. Get the best fucking Disney auditors that you motherfuckers have, and you look into where every goddamn penny of the $180 million budget was spent by these fucking idiots. Because I'm telling you, man, it wasn't spent on the screen. It wasn't. House of Dragon, they say, cost $90 million. What? I was shocked. Why is that show? Every episode's an hour 15. They do 10 a season, and every episode looks like fucking The Godfather compared to this. Bob, you must get Disney auditors and find out where this goddamn money went. And I am being serious, Bob, because I feel like Leslie, she might have had some nice vacations. Maybe we were eating lobster and steak or some shit for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the set. I don't know. It wasn't spent on the screen, I can tell you that. It's everyone else's fault, though. Because if you don't like the show, no matter how specific you are, with specific examples, 3 fucking pages of notes for this shit. If you don't like it, you're the problem, right? Wrong. I think more and more people in society are sort of saying, you know what? I'm not going to live in fear with expressing my opinion anymore. Not to get on a soapbox, but there's just too much of that shit. If you don't like something or you criticize something, somebody wants to label you something hateful rather than just saying, all right, you don't like this show? Fine, I love the show. You don't like it? All right. That sucks that you don't like it because I love it. Instead it's, well, you're this, you're that, you're the other thing. Get the fuck out of here with that. Fuck you. You're a liar. People who run to, give you some sort of hateful label because, God forbid, you don't like their precious fucking show or professional wrestler or athlete, etc. It's a problem. It's a problem right now in society, and it's fucking up Star Wars because they won't accept the truth. When I was a kid, the Ewok special came out. And I was a child, and I'm coming off of Return of the Jedi. I have 120 fucking Star Wars toys. I am obsessed with Star Wars, as I still am. And I can't wait. Here comes the fucking Ewok adventures. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sign me up. Woo! We going back to Endor? We're doing Star Wars on TV? Fucking A. And little, 7-year-old Davy Mack, Darth David, sat there and went from a happy, elated, euphoric smile to a what the fuck is this frown in about 2.5 minutes. I still grew up obsessed with Star Wars, you see? But I didn't lie to myself and lie to anyone else and say the Ewok special was good, because it sucked. And even as a kid, when I went to school the next day with my other Star Wars friends, I was like, that fucking Ewok special sucks. And they were like, yeah, that really sucked. But no one said, hey, I don't like Star Wars anymore. It was just, wow, that Ewok special fucking blows. There was no reason. No one said little 7-year-old Darth David, well, you must have some kind of a... No one said that. People are just saying sometimes they don't like a piece of art because it sucks, because the quality's not there. In this case, George Lucas has always been about storytelling and visual innovation. And Star Wars has not been in a good way, in that capacity, in a long time. With this show, it's not there at all. No storytelling, no visual innovation whatsoever. And don't give me fucking lightsaber whip. It's okay to say, hey, this ain't cool. And this show ain't cool. This show is fucking lame. And the fact that they are now counting on people who just... The fan base is people who find Khmer hot. That fan base won't be there in 40 years for you. They're not going to be. And yet, I'm a 40-year Star Wars fan, and there's other 40-year Star Wars fans, and we're supposed to be, we're the worst because of the franchise that we helped sustain. If the original trilogy fan base wasn't so ridiculously loyal with the conventions and the please George make Star Wars, it would have all gone away. So maybe original trilogy fans, and dare I say, prequel trilogy fans deserve a little respect. That's all. But Leslie Headland's like, fuck you. Fuck you guys. Happy July 4th weekend to everyone out there in Yaddle Chattle land. And we've done it. We've done another episode. We have 2 more. They might kill me. Either the episodes, like the actual Acolyte episodes, or doing this show might kill me. I'm not going to lie. But we will do them. And that's it. I want everyone to have a wonderful July 4th weekend. And go out there, maybe put on a little Return of the Jedi, actually. After the doors. Anyway. I'm Darth David. Yaddle Chattle will be back next week, looking at episode 7. Until then, good night, everybody!